heard the running, I was like, oh shit, it's gonna push me. It's gonna poke me, I'm gonna get tickled, I'm gonna fall. You don't know how I've been traumatized by people tickling me. I feel like every time I'm exposed like this, I feel like somebody's gonna poke me. Fuck. Just stay away from me. I'm armed. I'm armed and dangerous. I'm armed.
With I'm a vegan. I'll eat it right out of your hand.
I win! I conquered. Shot!
Oh! Oh!
Shot to the
the lefty.
Well, looks like you might be adopting kids.
I don't have to anymore, don't I? I think anybody can have kids anymore.
Fertility issues?
Yes.
Where'd you get that from?
Mountain Dew.
What? That's I've heard my family has fertility issues, but actually we have female issues.
Female issues?
Everything like wrong with fertility issues because my Aunt Annie, you know, she was basically a girl. She had to adopt all her kids. My mom, my Aunt Amy may have had 3 kids each, but they also had 3 miscarriages. And my Aunt Teresa, she could only ever have 1 kid. If that were enough, since we're lacking that whatever hormone it actually is, we have really bad periods, really bad cramps, really bad everything. My Aunt Annie had to be hospitalized. Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know, it's just
That's just, you learn something new every day, right?
weird pieces of information.
Oh, if you want weird pieces of information, there's some really weird ones I can think about animals out there.
No, I'm good.
Specifically sexual habits of some animals.
Like the whale?
Whale? No. How about, what about banana slugs? This might make you cringe.
Is that where they like...
No. Let's say for female banana slugs, the size really does matter. And if the guy is too big, or if he gets stuck in her or something like that, she'll bite it off or bite down to size. Then flatworms, you know, they're like, they have both male and female hormones, but they still need another flatworm in order to reproduce. So they're with males initially. They do something that, I kid you not, scientists actually refer to as penis fencing.
Penis what?
Fencing. Jousting, fencing, you know, sword fighting.
Yeah.
They'll fight, and then the winner, whoever wins, is the male, because one of them gets their hoo-ha shoved back inward into it. Gets their dick shoved back into it, like into itself. So it's a female thing. And then, well, the anglerfish, everyone knows, is fucked up. Anglerfish is big, female big, male is big. Scientists didn't think there were any males for a while because they didn't find them. They noticed these mysterious little lumps on the females. And what happens is the male bites the female to how they mate. Bites onto her, latches onto her, and so, you know, sperm and whatnot goes into her, but his teeth become like fused to her, and his organs go into her, and everything goes in. He loses his eyes, and his life is just this lump. It's like a tumor, basically, by the end of it. It's so creepy, isn't it? Anglerfish are fucked up. And then this is the most hilarious one, I have to say, out of all. And this one's just funny. There's an octopus. I forget what kind of octopus it is, but you know, they say guys' minds are in their dick. This thing kind of literally is. I think it must have some sort of amount of sentience in its dick, because when it sees a female it digs, you know, and thinks it's hot, wants to go mate with, its dick is detachable. It detaches itself and it swims over to the female. God, I'm glad male humans aren't like that. Every time you have a boner, it'd be like, whoops, and us females will be sitting in the middle, these dicks flying through the air and be like, no, back. The male's going, whoops, sorry, I can't control him, so get back in there. Awful. I wonder how many branches I've destroyed so far. I apologize if there's a spider in one of these and it falls on you.
Oh, no, that's good. I get along with spiders.
Really?
I do. I really do.
It's very strange.
When I was younger, my mom used to get really angry at me because I'd always pick up the spiders and I'd name them.
How'd you remember any of their names?
I used to name
What'd you name them? Crawley?
I named them after celebrities that I liked from back
Oh, those poor celebrities.
Spiders.
Jim Carrey, come here.
No. No, never Jim Carrey. It was more like the women actresses that the women actresses that I had crushes on.
I don't even know the names of actors or actresses well enough to say which ones I had crushes on. That really hot guy from that one movie.
I agree.
What?
Fiddle with you.
Kinky.
Jesus, you're like Hercules?
I work with my hands a lot. I mean, you've seen some of the things I've made. Pencil shavings dragon.
Yeah.
Rubber band dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a lot with my hands. I'm always working with them. So I'm just used to.
Ooh, kinky.
Yeah, it comes in handy, I'll tell you what. That's what William says. Anyhow.
Anyway, these leaves are really green.
It's not a spider. I was saying, speaking of spiders, you know that? And then I realized, actually, I do know something really weird about tarantulas.
What?
You know, tarantulas are really delicate, actually, creatures. If you, drop them, you might, really end up hurting them. But there was this guy at some pet store that William knew who had a bunch of tarantulas, and it wasn't uncommon for them sometimes accidentally getting out or whatever, that they fall, and they make a sound like anyone who's ever heard a tarantula fall. It's pretty awful. They make a sound like an egg splitting, and just cracked down the middle. But the weird thing is, because of the way they're formed or whatnot, he found that super glue, he could super glue them, kind of push the organs back in, super glue them to get together again, and actually hold up, and the spiders would get up and start crawling along and be fine. Isn't that weird? He only ever lost one tarantula. He saved every single tarantula, and that happened a lot. So he just, super glue them, hold them together there again. That's so fucked up.
That's messed up.
Yeah, those things. I wonder if that worked on the... Dude, Goliath that's Jack's aquarium I went to. I was walking along looking at their little creatures, and I passed by one of those, and I'm like, holy shit, I got startled because it looked like a tarantula. Its little fangs up there. I'm like, that doesn't quite look like a tarantula. That's one big tarantula. And I read the label. Baby Goliath bird-eating spider. Is that even legal? Those things could be...
Baby what?
Goliath bird-eating spider?
Goliath bird-eating spider.
Yeah,
they eat birds?
You never heard of those things?
No.
Dude, yeah, they're like trapdoor spiders. Yeah, they eat birds. They're huge.
They literally eat
They're
birds?
the size of dinner plates.
The fuck? Do they jump in the air and attack the birds? Or how do they get a hold of the birds?
Sneak
Wait, what?
up, sneak up. Stop.
I'm still.
Okay, I'm not reaching down there. It's right on your balls.
You sure you don't want to reach?
There you go.
Thank you.
Is it gone?
I don't need an itchy schlong. Schlong.
Yeah, they're massive things.
I know.
I can't believe. Oh wow, that was perfect opportunity. That really was. I'll give you kudos. My mind is part of my ADHD moment. I forgot that the transition wasn't verbalized. I was thinking back to the bird-eating spiders again, obviously. No, I'm out of sticks. I got. Oh, this is a thin one. I need big sticks. Oh, I almost said something that you would take very, 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 very mean. Because I got into a habit of it, and you gotta understand. You remember me saying when we were with Helena and Travis / Liam now, that there's another Doug, the bad Doug?
Yeah.
I instinctively drop jokes about him now. So I almost dropped a joke about, I don't know, I mean, Finland, this is like Doug's beer or something like that. Like a little tiny one. Because we diss that guy all the time, he's a jerk. Like, all the time, just for instance, me looking around saying, I'd be like, damn, where's my pencil? And then Travis was like, oh wait, that's not a pencil. Travis immediately responded, no, it's just Doug. So, they end up dropping things down, like, he's so smart, you can use his as a toothpick. Things like that. Just awful. The worst thing is I'll be on the ground. Quit mocking me.
I'm not mocking you.
I'll be on the ground, like, writhing in agony, like a dead animal, like, I'll be like, oh, it hurts.
Because of your menstrual cramps?
Yeah. Ow, fuck, it really does hurt really badly. Yeah, normally I'm writhing. Leaving's there, they're getting in my way. So I'm trying to keep moving. Tearing things to pieces. Need more things to tear.
More sticks?
You know what? You want these? You want this pain? Why don't you take it? You'll be tearing up sticks too.
Got this.
What are you, a monkey? Ow! It was a Sharpie again.
Watch out for the spiky shit.
Ew, ow! Spiky shit. Ow!
Spiky shit.
I've been around Helena too much. I take things literally. I'll be like, Helena, why'd you leave your shit everywhere? Or I'm like, sorry, Helena, don't come in here. My shit's everywhere. And she's like, ew. She takes it literally. And like, let's see what shit we have to eat today. And Helena will be like, ew. So I'm instinctively taking literally. So when you say spiky shit, I'm like, ow. Ow. Can't even imagine how that would feel. Like a giant stick just coming right up there. Well, there. I know
I have an idea. I did. I thought about raping you, but I'm nice today.
Oh man, I get pregnant too. That'd be really tough.
Oh, wouldn't it? Oh my god, I don't think you could. Remember,
I guess
you basically popped my nut earlier. So
that's true.
It's impossible to impregnate anything.
Oh no, the other one might be extra determined now.
What, the right one?
Yep.
I don't know. He's always been really sensitive and shy. He's like the dweeby kid that never gets accommodate.
You must just be like, look at it stick. I'm used to being around curly haired people where stick things in their hair and it stays in their hair and they don't even notice. Like I threw something and threw it in the garbage around Mikey the other day. And then his hair so loud he'd say, I'm so sorry. And he did not realize, like, what? I don't know. But it's okay. If you want, you can, another stick. And just say, you're turning back into an animal. Just say, tracking down a. Just tracking down a female on heat. Nasty.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry, you might actually lose balance and fall.
No, watch this. This is
No.
losing balance. Not even putting my leg there. Okay.
I would have tried to save you, but the truth is, you probably would have kept going down.
Like the Titanic.
More epic.
More epic.
I'm just that much.
Avatar.
I'm that talented at klutziness. What, are we just going now? We just...
A!
Ow.
B!
Oh, see, it's a game. No, that's so fun.
C!
Douglas.
Dick!
Elephant.
Fuck!
God.
Jackass.
Kiss me.
Lover boy.
Mate.
No.
Oh, man.
Put it up!
Quiet.
Right.
Sexy.
Tight. Very sexy.
Ooh.
X-rays?
X-rated.
Oh, there we go. Know where my cleverness went.
Your cleverness.
Is that it? I don't know.
It could be like...
I don't feel like it's not.
Oh, yeah, you can't do...
What?
No wonder. For R, I was thinking you should, but you can't do sexy growl with R, because I was wondering, because I was going to go, oh, when did you do the sexy R so I could go sexy? You can't. Dog's going to get you. Oh.
Hello.
Cute dog.
How's it going?
Look at that. The one is like a... something weird. No, but you can't go... It never gets old. It never gets old. I can do it in a million different ways, too. No. There's the real vocal type, which is angry. There's the opposite, the real breathy type that's fairly vocal. I'm not doing that.
Time to go.
But the relationship between the girl, I don't remember her name, and her horse was a lot more developed. It was
more emotional.
Yeah, in the original, and the new one actually was more tolerable for me. Though still really hard to see that horse die.
The newer one was directed by the Coen brothers, and they're pretty cold sometimes.
Well, I mean,
About certain things.
I was sad that the horse died. Like, it still affected me a lot to see a horse die. But it was more traumatizing for me in the John Wayne version to see the horse die. It seemed like they drew it out more. They made it seem even more awful in the original one. And it seemed like that girl and her horse were a lot more... I don't know. I just felt those two together more in the John Wayne version. So when the horse died, it was driven to death, it was worse. though still pretty bad in the new one. I will say this, I really like the interactions in the new one between the girl and the guy. I think it was hilarious. I think they did a really good job on that. In a way, I didn't remember it being quite as good in the John Wayne version.
I'm gonna eat yours if you don't.
But God, and I'm not...
He just broke the fourth wall when it wasn't supposed to be broken.
I can't look down and concentrate through the dark when I'm driving on like the highway, so...
Is my only medication. Wishing my condition ain't ever gonna go away. And now I'm knee deep in the water somewhere. Got the blue sky breeze blowing wind through my hair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky.
I'm good. I get nervous and get upset. Door. Hold the door. I'm gonna check my... Will they stop sending things to this Asian dude? It's not, he's living there more. You think they don't? My name's on it. It's probably it's from his bank too, so that's probably right information. No, you're a really good cat. I'm super silent all home. Yeah. Smell. Hey Simon, or whatever I haven't named him yet. I don't know why Simon seems to fit him. Hey buddy. Aztec, I'll try to find you a bug. I know, you're sad. Shh. Oh, it's so exciting. You done? Thank you. Such a good boy. And I know he can't go. He hasn't gone since this morning. And Simon. No. And God help if I crinkle a bag. God forbid I give him catnip. It'll for your amusement, maybe. Just a little bit. No. I'll distribute it. You don't get to choose how much you get. You only get a little. He attacks my dog, though. He had Taz on the bed shaking. Alright, Simon. Simon, it's over here. You want it? Taz, look. There you go. Here, eat it and stay away from me.
What is it?
Catnip.
They eat it?
It's drugs. They snort it, eat it, roll in it. Gets him either lazy and drunk or high and crazy. He gets high and crazy. Because Mohan doesn't like him very much. He'll get used to him. If you really end up hating him, I'll have to take him back to the person on Freeside. Mohan is my baby.
Can I see?
Yeah. He's the best, world's best cat, basically. I mean, When cats blink at you, when they blink, that's a sign of them liking you and saying, hello friend, I love you, and I'm no threat to you, you're no threat to me, you're good.
Is he blinking?
He's the most blinky cat I've ever known. Blink at him. Well, they usually don't go quite that fast. But
He's adorable.
he's really, he's the one who won first at the state championship and every year he went, and look at this.
His butt's
Cats, you can do that, and that. I can open his eyes, I can show his nostrils. No cat will pretty much let you do this except for me. Him. And I can, his nails are turned, so are his. I had to like wrap him in a blanket and hold him down to turn his nails. And then Mohan will pretty much, let me do whatever I want with him. I can hold him like this, I can do this. And here, I can make him dance. I can make him
Why is
this.
Taz snapping at him?
The only thing he doesn't like, he does not like that cat. Cats take a long time to get used to.
Wait, didn't Taz used to be black? Wait, what?
Hey, Simon, leave him alone! Here's your wallet. Apologize, the table wasn't cleared while I was working and stuff. I'm taking this off. Just thinking of...
No, I think not. Who's this? Huh?
This is things. He's young. He's only a little over a year. He's about a year and actually he's almost 2 years old now. We got Taz and Dossie, who's a black female, a little older than him. Mom and I both got poodles. They're so heartbroken over Jackson because Jackson wasn't supposed to. He died so young. He died of his strain. He died at 9 years old. But he was not long after he'd had something wrong with he had some sort of disc problem in his neck, and he had surgery. And it was really major surgery. They didn't think he'd ever walk again, but he did, and he ran again. But he contracted, either it was a really speedy cancer, or I don't know why they didn't see it, because he'd gone in for checkups for the surgery. It was like only a year later, this really mysterious cancer killed him. It was like, my parents were gone when it happened, and that was what's really heartbreaking. I had to come home, my brother, it was so awful for my brother, because my dog, he died at the vets, and my brother took him into the vets to figure out, what's wrong. He noticed he'd been losing weight suddenly and not eating it. I was at school and they didn't tell me until I got home so my brother could tell me. And it was like such a shock. It came completely unprepared because even though we knew he was losing weight, we couldn't imagine that he could just, especially so suddenly, we thought we'd get a warning, at least like he's going downhill, but he just died overnight. And again, I felt for my brother because he's no child. You had to pick him up, his frozen body, and we buried it. When I came home, my parents are really sad that they couldn't be there, so they sent him a thing of roses, a giant thing of basket of roses saying "Beloved Jackson" on it. And we picked out, we picked out a, I tried to think of a good burial site for him, and I picked in our backyard in between these two trees, right in front of the garden, because that's what was his backyard. We'd run around and protected our cat clan. Cats loved him. And I remember us going out there. I was moved because of how many people were affected. They came out. My aunts came out. The Harpins came out to help bury, and the fathers, because my parents weren't there. When Alex brought Jackson's body, I almost couldn't take it. I cut off a piece of his hair to keep. And we lay there for a moment, and Tamari came out to say goodbye to her companion, because, you know, she was our rescued dog. She'd been abused and abandoned on the streets, and when we took her in, she was so much happier. But Jackson was really who she attached herself to. She'd cling to him. She'd lay right in his lap and or in his paws, and she sniffed him, and she was never been the same. I mean, the house was, she'd just lay around, and the cats, she was especially was the cats. The cats came up. One of them sniffed his body, and all her fur stood on end, like, and she ran. Another cat, one of the black ones, came up, and she curled up with him. She wouldn't let anyone else near either, because she was a cat that hated other cats. She didn't even like people that much, but she loved that dog. Finally ended up burying him with some of his stuff, his blanket, one of his many ribbons. Just stayed there every year. Traveled all over the USA with him. You know, he's the one who took care of my grandma during Alzheimer's. He saved her life. He just knew what to do with everyone. He was so gentle with little kids. He protected me. When the drug threatened me, he took it on. And
Can I turn the fan on?
yeah,
Okay.
just, I think you just,
Oh,
not the middle one.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just a little cold.
She sprayed him with one of his squeak toys, which is kind of morbidly hilarious. We didn't expect it. As May had said, Jackson was just giving us one last laugh. So he always laughed because as we were burying him, every time we threw a new chunk of dirt on the squeak toy, it would squeak. Such a beautiful gravesite built between the two trees. And we put rocks up in like a mound around it, and we had a little chair next to one of the trees and later. And then the basket of flowers. Well, it was actually nicer than a basket. It was in a metal like thing. So even when I never removed them. When they died and faded away, I always every summer pick new flowers and put it there. We even had a little place you could like put a lantern or candle. And it definitely is probably the most. And this is what's really killer about it. Is we're learning this from breeders now. Is that these mysterious cancers keep showing up. And it's like what we're being taught in 4-H and what we've always been taught is what's doing it to them. We're over inoculating them. We're poisoning them, essentially. If you look at how many times we have to give vaccines or give heartworm meds or all that stuff to them, I mean, it's way too often. And we were forced to. And they don't need it that much. They don't need it as often. If you look at it, we want to instead get the blood samplings to see if they're still immune. Instead, when it's time to do the shots, just test. If they're still immune, then they shouldn't get it. Because, I mean, yeah, it's preventing them, but essentially, how's it preventing? You're putting poisons into their body. And when you put them out, it's been shown time and time again recently that it's killing our dogs. There's been more than one case where they've died young. And there's nothing we can do about it. And I think I'll never get over. I know it was none of our faults really, and I know we couldn't have known, but I'll never get over just how he had to die at the vets. Because, as I said, he had his surgery. He didn't understand what was going on in his surgery. He didn't know it was for his help. All he knew is that he went into a vet's office, and he woke up in pain and with no control, no feeling, and unable to move any of his legs. That's all he knew, without his people around. That we left him there for them to do this terrible thing to him, and he was traumatized. He didn't want to go to the bathroom because he felt embarrassed. We put 2 hands down, but he couldn't lift or move his legs, and he held it in for like a couple days, I don't know how long, to the point where we would try and walk regularly with these 2 slings, that when I touched him, he yelped. And then he went because he'd held it so long. And he was, ever since then, he was terrified of being left anywhere, especially vet's offices. Every time we so much as went in for a checkup, he'd just start whining and shaking because last time he went, he went to sleep and woke up with no, I mean, to think, it's scary enough when you're a human. When you're a dog and you don't understand anything that's going on, how could you possibly comprehend suddenly just not being able to move your legs or and being in pain? And it's like, not only were we not able to be there for him as he dies, which is ideal, but he died in a mess. It's like we left him there to die. It's like we did that to him. I know we didn't, but how's he ever gonna understand that? Like, oh, because, you know, he hated it when he went to the vet's office. He was terrified of something happening to him every time. So that last time, he must have felt like we abandoned him and didn't want him anymore. And that we basically killed him. So we put him there and he died there, and nobody was able to be with him when he died. I wanted to be with him. I'd always been with him. He'd always been with me.
What are these beads?
He was my partner. So, earrings.
Earrings. What were these other ones?
They are going to be my brother.
Huh?
My brother is a glass ballerina.
Yeah.
I'm his salesperson.
So he made these?
Actually, William and I made a lot of those. He taught us how. Though Alex makes the canes.
Mm-hmm.
But he essentially just chopped the canes up. Mom and I were so traumatized that we both had to get approval. And I love Taz. And
What is this? My collar?
I can't see.
I can't here. Not my okay, let's see. Okay, so this gold butterscotch is not my tri-green. Like a lime green or
Darker.
A dark green. Ooh, this one dark and shiny. The forest.
That's better.
That's better. Does it match my eyes or something?
No, but it brings him out.
Okay, what
Stay
about
away
pink?
from red or pink.
No, I want some pink.
No, you need cool colors. You're not a warm color person.
I'm not. Are you
No.
calling me cold?
It's just colors. It's okay.
I'm
You're not a spring.
on fire.
Little.
Little.
You can tell just from these, though. Oh yeah, I also found out the year before he died, or actually no, not the year before. It was like after surgery, we couldn't really enter him in most categories because he had to be in a harness. You couldn't put a collar on him. But I was able to put him in you and your dog. And in that, they only place like first. You don't know your scoring, and we didn't place first, so we didn't know his score. And he died like a week after fair. That shows how bad of condition. Don't hurt yourself.
I always thought about getting a stud in my tongue.
It's really bad for you though. The tongue, it'll destroy your teeth.
What?
It'll destroy your teeth.
Why would it destroy my teeth?
Because your tongue, no matter what you do, is always clinging against your teeth. Every time you talk, even if you're not talking, even if you adjust, you cannot hold your tongue still. And it will clang and chip away at your teeth, and the metal in there is not good for it either.
I can hide it and not talk about my hand.
It's, you gotta trust me.
Yeah, I know.
Coming from somebody whose mom is obsessed. My mom worked at Crest for a long time, so.
Oh, sorry.
But even though he died a week later, we found out. After he died, actually, when the scores came in, even though he didn't get first,
These curtains do look like
he got 1 point. I know. He got. Now I do. I still like him. He was one.
You still like them? Come here and feel them. They feel like the kind of
He was
velvet
1
you'd
point away from a perfect score.
you'd sell your body with. Feel it. Feel it. Let's be hookers. That's what I get when I touch this.
Well, whatever. I like it anyhow.
You're a hooker at heart.
I guess so. What I mean, get talking leopard skin.
Leopard skin?
Well,
I think that's more exotic.
Sit in this chair.
Sit in this chair?
It's really comfy.
Go away, Taz.
Taz, you're really annoying. I'm gonna lock you up.
Now what? chair.
Isn't it comfy? Chris, when you see how comfy it was.
It's comfy.
But I can only say it about Jackson. I love Taz. He's like me in a doggy form, but Taz is... I know he's my dog, but I guess I'll always feel like Jackson's my dog. Like, people knew him. When I had to go into that fair, 2010, do you know how many people asked me, did your dog change colors? Or, where's Jackson? And I had to tell them. And how sad they suddenly got it. And all over the fair this was happening. And in fact, he was so famous.
When I was here last time, I remember him being black. I do, I swear.
Memories to which things Taz never black. When you were here last, Taz was here, but he was white.
So weird that I remember him being black.
You met Jackson.
I never met Jackson. I did?
When you came over for X-Men
Hmm.
in the basement.
He sat on my lap and he nudged me with his nose.
Is it alright? He had a hat to people be down, he like to up on his head right. He was just calm and polite. That fair. They ended up. God, I always kind of wish she hadn't done this, because it's like I was supposed to be canine queen all put together. I had my makeup on. I just knew she's gonna kill me. She's gonna make my makeup run. But first, one of the main ladies up here came up to me, privately condolences, and a framed picture of Jackson that she'd taken, and one of the most beautiful, very short little poems ever that a dog lover would understand. Saying, I miss. I don't even know what it's old for. There's only 4 of them. I miss that.
I'm hungry.
Happy.
You hungry?
It said I missed the happy waggling.
You're really not.
The happy waggling tail.
Okay.
I missed the one. It was announced. This was actually really beautiful though. That made me cry. When they called up the usual announcements at the beginning of the fair, they called me up and announced King and Queen. They also announced that there was a loss.
A lot.
Yes, they announced the fair that beloved Jackson passed on and presented me with the most gorgeous medal I've ever seen. It was like that big, and it was really, really detailed metal. And it was a memory medal, like that's how famous Jackson was, how much he was loved. And on the back, his name and my name were engraved, like carved into it. And it was presented, and you should have heard the gasp that went out across the entire building, like from all over that building when they said that Jackson had died. That's how much he was known.
Okay.
You can have anything here.
What do you eat?
I know it's not all stuff, but I told you. Let's see here.
I mean, chocolate chips, walnuts.
I have pizza rolls. I can make you a quesadilla. I have lots of herbs. A shit ton of eggs. Bagels, bread, obviously.
Grey Poupon.
Yeah, it's really good mustard.
I've never had it.
Bologna.
Pull it out.
It's mustard.
I know what it is. I just never had it before.
Dijon.
Yeah, I love Dijon.
Yeah, it's one of the best brands of Dijon.
So you got like that?
Bologna.
Oh god.
I don't have very many meats.
It's okay.
Actually, I'm not sure if bologna's good.
Do you think my finger's clean enough?
I don't care. Go for it. I'm not like you, because I think we're probably eating after people.
Oh my god.
What?
I want a quesadilla and I want this on it.
Drink that on a quesadilla?
Maybe.
Well, make a quesadilla, you try the quesadilla, and then you'll decide you can put this on if you want it on there. And then go sit down somewhere. I don't know. I don't trust that cheese. There's no cheese.
The complete works of William Shakespeare. How come I knew you would have this book?
I have more than one actually complete works of Shakespeare.
And neither one is the complete works, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Every single?
Yeah, all the poems, all the, well, I mean, they're probably not if you wrote something down in a journal or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I scared your cat.
okay.
The Amazing Adventures of
Cavalier and
Cavalier or Cavalier?
I don't know.
I think it's Cavalier.
Whatever is or Cavalier.
Grimm's
or
Complete
something.
Fairy Tales?
That's actually, see, I have a graphic novels class.
Yeah, this is the writing. It's not the graphic novel thing. Why is there one over here?
I have a lot of
Yeah?
I have a lot of graphic novels. They just aren't necessarily in there. Because I've taken them out for various purposes.
The 12 Apostles.
Huh?
The 12 Apostles?
I don't know.
300 years before the birth of the Lord Christ, there lived a mother who had 12 sons.
What?
It's one of the Grimm's fairy tales.
Oh, I don't know. That's weird.
There lived a mother who had 12 sons, but was so poor and needy that she no longer knew how she was to keep them alive at all. She prayed to God daily that he would grant that all her sons might be on the earth with the Redeemer who was promised. When her necessity became still greater, she sent one of them after the other out into the world to seek bread for her. The eldest was called Peter, and he went out and had already walked a long way, a whole day's journey, when he came into a great forest. He sought for a way out, but could find none, and went farther and farther astray, and at the same time felt such great hunger that he could scarcely stand it.
What? Scarcely stand it?
Scarcely stand it. Oh. Scarcely stand. As in, stand up. At length he became so weak that he was forced to lie down, and he believed death to be at hand. Suddenly there stood beside him a small boy who shone with brightness and was as beautiful and kind as an angel. The child smote his little hands together until Peter was forced to look up and saw him. Then the child said, "Why art thou sitting there in such trouble?" And he answered, "Alas, I am going around the world and seeking bread, that I may yet see the dear Savior who is promised. That is my greatest desire." And the child replied, "Come with me, and thy wish shall be fulfilled." He took poor Peter by the hand and led him through some cliffs to a great cavern. When they entered it, everything was shining with gold, silver, and crystal, and in the midst of it 12 cradles were standing side by side. Then said the little angel, "Lie down in the first and sleep a while. I will rock thee." And so did Peter do so. I didn't like the wording of that. And so did Peter do so.
I don't know.
And the angel sang to him and rocked him until he was asleep.
It's really strange, though, that Grimm is doing, I don't know.
And when he was asleep, the second brother came again, guided by his guardian angel, and he was rocked to sleep like the first, and thus came the others. My bad again. one after the other, until all 12 lay there sleeping in the golden cradles. They slept, however, 300 years until the night when the Savior of the world was born. Then they awoke and were with him on the earth, and were called the 12 apostles.
That is not the herb I want.
That was a fucking shitty story.
Some of them are. I don't trust that. No, I don't want to use any of these herbs. I'm going to use...
You got Aesop's Fables too?
William bought that for me, because I have never read it.
What all do you put on a quesadilla?
Good stuff. Nothing you wouldn't like, trust me.
Can I have some more Grey Poupon?
Weirdo. It's nothing you wouldn't like. But I just...
You're not gonna poison me, are you? You're not gonna put something gross on there, like vaginal fluid or something.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
No. Some herbs and...
Marijuana?
Wait, no. No. You stay away from it. Cheese, obviously.
Are you gonna fry it? Don't fry it.
I'm making... I gotta melt the cheese. I'm not frying it. I'm making a quesadilla.
Don't fry it.
Do you know how to make a quesadilla?
No, I don't. I've never had a quesadilla.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I never had a quesadilla, okay?
The fuck?
No one, I mean, I've heard them many times before, but...
You've never had a quesadilla?
No, I've had tacos, nachos, everything.
That's not anything...
Everything else beaner-like, but
No,
I've never had a quesadilla. What? I've never had a
You're
quesadilla.
shitting me.
No, I'm not shitting
Well,
you.
okay, you're getting a good first quesadilla. I'm famous for mine. Here, take this. I want.
Can spoon.
Yeah.
Or a butter knife, actually.
Butter?
That way I don't eat too much at a time.
Don't mind the markings on it, just because it's old. What?
It's okay.
Well, it is old. Ooh, I like this. Will you stay away from me?
Okay, okay. What is it about this mustard that's so much better?
The brand.
Well, obviously, but I mean...
I don't know. I told you, Grey Poupon is really, really good. My dad taught me that.
There's something in it that's just amazing. Is it me or do you... or I'm not gonna look, I'm putting it back on the counter. Is it me or does it taste like there's like egg yolk in it or something? I was...
Watch out, don't turn like that when you have a knife. You might have like cut yourself.
It's a butter knife.
I don't care. You still want to cut yourself.
Okay. While I'm in here and you're in there, we're going to do a little banter.
Like what kind of banter?
We're going to pretend to be two different people and we're just going to banter.
We are two different people.
We are, aren't we?
You want to banter about?
I don't know, Joan. You tell me.
The fuck is my name Joan for?
Because it's the first one that came to mind. You're Joan, I'm John.
No, I hate the name Joan.
Okay.
You're gonna be, if I'm Joan, you're Jonah.
I was thinking the Cusacks, but it's okay. Okay, let's just come up with something, right? I'm gonna open up William Shakespeare. I'm gonna point to a name, and that's your name, and then I'm gonna point to another, and that's my name.
It better be a female name you give me.
Okay. Edmund.
That's your name.
I'm Edmund. And you are?
Why don't I be Hero? I was Hero in the first Shakespeare play I was in.
You're Jessica.
No, I'm Hero.
You're fucking Jessica.
Hero from Much Ado About Nothing.
Hero.
That's her name. That was the first one I was in that. I got to get married to a really tall, creepy guy, and then I got to get abused by him. And then I got to get back with him once he realized that he was wrong and accused me falsely of being false.
You're a stranger that's sexy.
Oh.
Okay.
I've had to do so much on stage in Shakespeare. Let me tell you, last time for this project, I had a lover and a husband. We were kinky. Greatest thing was my lover was a homeschooler, so he was really nervous. He was so shy. It was so hard to get him to come out of his
so-
shell.
So, okay, I'm Edmund. And you're a hero.
Hero.
Stupidest name on the planet.
I named one of my cats after her. But yeah, but she's a... Yeah, I didn't really understand why her name was Hero. But I accepted it. Because that was who I had to be.
Okay, we need something to banter about. I mean, I know you're...
Meaning of life.
The meaning of life.
You can be a pessimist, I can be an optimist.
That's not acting.
Okay. You can be a cynic. You already are.
Fuck you, I'm not a cynic.
Right. Not a cynic.
No.
I believe that.
I'm not cynical.
Yes, you are.
Since when the fuck am I cynical?
So what the fuck am I cynical since you're like, yeah, the world will do that to you. The world tends to show that.
You're the one who is cynical. You just hide it well and you cover it with this exterior of non-cynicalism.
Damn,
That's it. And, I
Douglas.
don't, and you'll even point out
You
that
made me
that's not a
ruin
word.
it. You distracted me too much. Now I gotta make another one.
Son of a bitch.
Don't you even think about
I
it.
want to look at it. I want to look at your fuck up.
No, it got burnt. Because you distracted me. And I left it
Can I
too
look
long.
at it burnt?
No. No.
That's very Pupon.
But fortunately for you, it does not take me long to make them. They would have probably been done by now. No, I didn't put it back in here. Yes, I did put it back in. No, I did not. Did I? Yes, I did. Where did I put it? There it is. Stay away from it.
What is that?
It's cheese. You're not allowed to see it, though.
Sure.
Freshly grated cheese, no less, because I am awesome. Stay away.
With a capital no.
You'll think I'm awesome once you... No, I'd actually thought you're picky, but...
No.
People really like my quesadillas, but those are people who like quesadillas in the first place. Mr. I've never had a quesadilla. I'm an American, though.
If I had a goddamn quesadilla one day, I probably would have been happier. You know, eating the best quesadilla ever, but I can't judge it.
Of course, you won't like quesadillas in theory. Although I don't have my good type of ingredients, so...
I'm not- is there anything in your drawers? That's
Well, ask William. There's... Do you like chips? Do you like salt and vinegar chips?
Not really.
Do you like Pringles?
I don't like anything potato, really.
Do you like crackers?
Not really.
Do you like... I don't even know. Do you like molasses cookies?
The fuck is a molasses cookie?
Impress me. Actually, these are not a very good variety because they were cheap,
Nah.
but stay away from me.
I'm just looking through the other things.
I'm kind of don't. But I do have something you will enjoy.
What?
Look in the freezer at the ice cube tray. No, like look at the ice cube tray. It's pull it out and look at it. It's like perfect for you because you're a fruit person.
It's fruit shaped.
Yeah.
What is this herb?
Which one? There have a lot of herbs in there.
I don't know.
I have chocolate mint in there, peppermint in there, cilantro, sage, lemon, verbena. You know, a lot of things.
I won't eat one.
What?
I'm not gonna try one because I'm afraid of what it might taste like.
Which one?
No, I'm not eating one. Oh!
Yeah, I was curious which one. Yeah, it breaks really easily. I mean, I actually have two ice cube trays though, but that is just in individual pieces. You kind of have to, it doesn't work to twist it and pop it out. You kind of gotta just turn it upside down and hit it.
Sorry.
No, look. Look in there and look around and see what you see.
I see it.
They're in individual pieces because they're cheap. It was $1. That happens. Actually, I probably should have said something ahead of time. Sorry.
Not your fault.
I apologize, I'm poor.
It's okay.
I do, but I have pancake mix,
I'm more poor than you. All I got is
I have
cereal.
cake mix, I have a lot of different, right? Most of the thing is I have a lot of food, but it's stuff you have to actually like prepare. I don't have any instant foods anymore. I have chips, but only because of Helen. Oh, I do have, well, you said you can't. See, I have sweets just randomly, though.
Huh.
I have sweets randomly.
Randomly.
That's the can.
I love dog food.
No, I have sweets, like random.
What's that hurt, dude?
It's also my business right now.
What?
I just don't want you to look at the ingredients. But if you want, I'll tell you, Andy's Mints eyeballs, 100 grams, and what was that? Are these what you're looking at?
Yeah.
Here.
I don't want none.
Mints, eyeballs. They've all fallen out.
I don't like chocolate.
Well, not chocolate is that.
Anything chocolate turns me into a cynic.
No, I'm having a mixture of cheeses still.
What's your password, home dog?
I can't even, like, even when I tell you, you won't be able to. The problem is it's a picture. Like with symbols. And it's not one of the common ones, it's one I made up, so it's kind of hard to explain. I'll tell you it's a dragon face, but I can't.
Okay, tell
I don't even know what the symbols are. I don't even know what the symbols are called.
Okay, try to explain it to me.
Dude, I can't.
We got plenty of time, come on.
It's complicated.
I just wanted to show you my stuff.
I know, but it's complicated.
So come type it in.
I know, I need to cook. You're not going to strike me, and I'm not going to burn another one.
I'll watch it while it's cooking.
Timing is everything. You don't understand. There's a lot of...
Which is why you gotta do this quickly.
No. I actually literally do not have time. I at least need to have this flipped before I have to first finish putting the ingredients on.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Timing is impeccable.
You know these orange candies don't taste that bad. Wait, is this cricket food?
Ew! That's nasty, Douglas.
Wait, what is this?
It's cricket food.
For crickets?
Yes. Actually, it's cricket food and water. That's gross. I don't even know what those are. Some sort of nasty, like, fruit sugar water thing.
Doesn't taste bad.
You're such a fucking weirdo.
It doesn't taste like orange, but it doesn't taste bad, whatever
It's
it
not
tastes
supposed to taste like orange.
like. It says orange cubes.
Just they're orange cubes.
They stink.
Yeah, I know.
I kind of feel like Rasputin in this chair. All I'm missing is the very long beard to brush with my hand. My legs are fat.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. Come here and watch me as I put them together. It jiggles.
Everybody's does. It's supposed to do that, or else you're unhealthy.
Yeah, but mine jiggles a lot.
It's supposed to.
And I'm white as a ghost and hairy as a monkey.
Very frustrating.
Very frustrating. So it's like a ghost monkey. Such slow service. I want my money back.
You didn't give me no money.
Yeah, I did.
Instead, you made me burn one of them.
Wait, you burned another? Oh wait, never mind. I would have eaten it burnt, you know.
Huh. No.
I don't mind burnt food. I actually like the taste of burnt.
You know what? Screw that.
What?
It's done. I'm just cutting it. Just give me a second. It's like, since you acted funny about having things cooked and toasted anyhow, I didn't cook it like quite as golden as I usually do, but
I don't like things fried. I don't mind toast.
you can toast things on a frying pan, you know. In fact, I'm quite fond of doing that because I don't have a toaster.
Well, I didn't know that. That's why I thought they were called frying pans.
No, it's just a matter of heat, you know, and how much heat. And what type of item you're putting on it. You got to use grease and oil in order to fry bread. You can't fry bread just by putting bread in heat. It doesn't work.
I don't know. I never fried food.
Well, I do a shitload of cooking, so
You're a cook expert.
I am pretty damn good at times. Do you happen to want sour cream? Well, you don't know quesadillas, so a lot of people, I don't like sour cream. A lot of people put sour cream on their quesadillas.
I don't like sour cream.
Good, I don't either. Or cream cheese.
I
I don't, but
don't like anything like.
get over here and eat this then.
I want to eat here.
Okay, go there and eat that. It's gonna be kind of hot on your lap.
Right there, you had to.
It's like,
The warm
That's your
spot.
lap.
You're gonna give me a boner and my plate's gonna flip up.
I'd laugh.
I threw you a pussy.
Do you want a orange pop?
No.
Do you want a glass of water? You're gonna want a glass of water. I'm gonna get a glass of water.
It drips.
It has molten cheese in it. What do you expect?
It just like dripped all over my face.
It's called
I tried to eat it laying down.
smart. Alright, let's put this.
Ooh, it's spicy. I think I'm in love with you.
Growl. Well, really carbonated, and I gulped it fast. And the carbonation caught up with me. Is that what they call it? Not trippy. No, I'm just trying to see what I should have a series of unfortunate events going on. Let's put something good happens.
Series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
Kind of unfortunate.
Unfortunate events. My brother's dog, which was, you remember Bessie? Dog got hit.
Yes.
She was okay when my brother found out, she got hit again on our driveway. She's all right, but for a while we thought we were going to put her down. And my brother was pretty torn up about it. The very next day, I didn't saw the home, but somebody hit my cat on our driveway.
They did what?
My cat got hit on our driveway.
Really?
One of them, he died instantly, apparently. I was really sad about Shakespeare's Pets. At this point, I'm just really angry. Because really we know it had to be one of Amy's guests who, if they were coming back and no one else was around. And that cat, Chaos,
Chaos.
was her name. Suteki, she was Suteki's daughter. Suteki was my cat, who was my number one cat before Mohan. So Suteki is like my number two cat. It's the number one soul cat. she finally did, I ended up having to crawl underneath that deck to face my phobia of daddy long legs, and I retrieved the 2 kittens, and one became Patrick's cat, and the other was Chaos. I think I did all that only for her to die like this. And the worst thing is, this is what really makes me mad, is because it was one of me and Amy's guests, and we've known for a long time, like for years, they drove way too fast up our driveway. And it pisses my dad off. He's been telling them, complaining to Amy for like a ridiculous amount of time now to tell her guests to slow down, and they haven't listened. In fact, not only do we have a sign saying slow, but my dad actually got a speed limit sign saying 15 miles per hour, and Chaos was killed within 20 feet of that sign. And it's not like she jumps out and moves cars, so it just makes me really angry. I think somebody hit her and turned around and left. Makes me... Oh well. I cried a lot at first, but you know how it is. Something sad happens, and then, especially if more than one sad thing happens all at once, you seem to recover. Sometimes you seem to recover quicker. Not because you're really okay, but more because you have to compartmentalize things, or I wouldn't be able to get my schoolwork done. I have to act like I can't go in between. I can't go and like organize it so I'm kind of sad about it, and then the other part of me is focused on schoolwork. I'd either be really devastated about a shitload of events that happen. Oh yeah, we also saw somebody about to jump off a bridge committing suicide. Police were around. Don't know if he actually did it or not. But yeah, it was fun. We don't have to once either I'm gonna fall, or I'm gonna have to just put it all in the back of my brain in a little compartment. And that's what I did. That's why I'm like casually talking about it. Obviously still pissed, but I had to be able to, I had exams and stuff, so. Why are you looking at me like that?
Like what? I'm just listening.
I don't know. Sorry, I go into rants a lot. Oops, I turned the heated blanket on.
Turn that off.
I did. Though, did you know? You can pick the side. One controls one side of the blanket, the other controls the other sides. You can individually heat them.
That is so stupid.
Really? 2 people like to have different levels of heat. Though I'm not use it, I just put it there. Sorry, this stupid blanket has hair on it. I tried forever to get it on.
It's okay.
Aren't the birds pretty though? Look at the cute one. I like that one. I think this must be a bird of paradise or something.
Harry Potter!
This must be.
The owl didn't talk in Harry Potter, did it?
What's your favorite animal?
Fox.
Fox. Which kind of fox? Do you like Arctic fox?
Red fox.
Red fox. Where did I put the red foxes? I think we must be among canines here. That's a wolf. Scottish Terrier that's broken. I don't even know, bulldog puppy or something. In the mud. Chow Chow. The weird dogs. Broken greyhound. That's the oldest of the giraffes. You can probably tell how old it is. It's worn, and I've had it since I was like 2 years old. I don't know. Japanese chin. It's cute. Chihuahua. All these weird. An Akita. God, Akita.
They're beautiful.
Akitas are mean.
They're mean. They're beautiful.
Yeah, they are. I like Huskies better though, personally.
Shit.
Ah, Chinese Sharpei. Look at this thing.
I can't get this owl to stand up.
Yeah, it doesn't like to stand.
Oh, then it's gonna lay down like it's playing dead.
It's okay. I had 2 red foxes. Where the hell did I put them? It's pretty fun. I had a big, I had a big red fox and a tiny red fox. Well, it's a mystery. They'll turn up eventually.
I found a monkey.
Yeah.
That's far away from a fox.
There's a lot of. I have 2 red foxes. I just am not sure where they are.
Oh, look at it!
That's the male.
It's a kangaroo.
Have,
It has the most adorable, meat-looking face ever. It's got balls.
yeah, it's boy. Here's a kid that's a baby, but that's old enough to be outside of a mommy. Here's a mommy with a baby that's... Actually, this is common. The kangaroo mamas almost always have two babies. In fact, they have two nipples with two types of milk. Like two actually different kinds of milk. One is the really rich milk for the tiny baby because it needs to grow fast, and the other is the not as rich milk for this one that will reach its head in and drink. Isn't that weird? Sorry, I'm getting all nerdy again on you. I told you I'm full of weird animal facts. Then here's a miniature version of it. Actually, see, the kangaroo mommy gets pregnant while the little baby's still in there. And then so the time the little baby becomes a big baby and goes out, the other little baby's born.
Hello, Mateo. Why don't you get up here and suck my cock?
Wolverine!
Suck it, bitch.
Who was he?
I really like my animal models. If you can pretty much name almost any animal, I probably have a model of it. Though there are some
A anglerfish.
working on it. I have a pufferfish.
That didn't go quite to you like I planned.
Ew. Quit taking it. I have a pufferfish.
Can we get it?
Yeah.
Can we get it?
Totally.
Can we get it?
Ah! I'm old. I apologize. I crack a lot. I don't even mean to. I hope that doesn't gross you out too much. Because I can't help it. The problem is I have a really tense body. It's like tense, so like, you know. It's ridiculous. Oh, do you see? I have two Siamese kitty cats. Oh, aren't they so cute? Look how cute they are. And every other kind of cat here, too. Alright, I'm coming. Oh, I forgot to grab that. Right from the other. Don't it, Simon, get out of there. You're not sleeping with me. Yeah. This is another pillow if you prefer that. I usually just don't sleep with a pillow.
You don't sleep with a... Are you mental? What?
Here's the problem. I like to sleep very, very flat. And I don't really will sleep, a lot of times I'll sleep in my stomach. And if I have a pillow, it cranes my head up. And it doesn't get flat. Although I can't sleep without anything because my boobs raise me up somewhat. So then my head's craned down. So I usually gather up a bit of blanket and make it real thin. You know, about the height of my boobs when they're smashed.
You're so weird.
Well, it hurts my neck if I don't sleep flat. And pillows raise my head up too high. So if I gotta do that, I gotta raise my boobs up too. And then if I raise my boobs, I've gotta raise my belly. If I raise my belly up, I've gotta raise my groin up. If I raise my groin up, I raise my legs up. My pelvis, whatever.
I was supposed to say, you don't have a groin.
It's called groin whether guy or girl.
Is it?
It just sounds more
I
masculine.
thought it was man.
That makes me think of William, but I don't know. It's not because he got it for me. It's because I got it when I was with him. In the free. Well, you give a donation, I'll take as much stuff as you want. From, it was moments in the basement of the bookstore. How do people donate stuff? Where'd Snipey go?
Who?
There he goes. He's laying on him. This is the one thing that William actually didn't win for me. Well, he won me that he was a... I mean, most of us, you know when you go to, like, fairs, right? How you just gotta be firm and tough and you can't fall into the... Don't even look at the carnies in the eyes of people trying to get you to play games. We know, we're warned about that. He wasn't prepared. Like, he'd never been to a fair, ever, before me. And I took him to Warren County Fair, which is one of the most notorious ones for the carnies. I got right into it. I told him to look at it. And what's worse is if you walk with a girl, oh, they're gonna use it. Oh, they are so bad. Why don't you want a prize for your girlfriend there? Win the lovely lady a prize. Don't you think she deserves? They went up to him, and I told him to stay walking. He says he kicked it up. The guy put the dart in his hand and walked away, and he had to return it. I said, you should have let you go. I'm like, here, just, no, it's on me. Puts the dart right in his hand, and then turns around and walks back, and he's like, hey, you're trying to... And he spent a fortune, and he didn't win. He knows win every time. One of those, so it was a stupid little thing because he didn't win. And I keep it, but it's lousy. This one he actually won one at Kings Island on one of those the throw the ball in the bucket games. And it's a snivy. His name is Puck. They had a bunch of Pokemon ones. And William was a hardcore old Pokemon nerd. It was between this or a Meowth or something. But I didn't like Meowth. I like Meowth's whatever, the one that's mutated or... Watch out, Puck is a fairy. His name is a fairy, you know.
What?
From Midsummer Night's Dream, it's a fairy that causes all the trouble. I was Puck. And the last which Puck's kind of one of the main characters. Oh, I really wish you were able to see my last, since my Shakespeare Company Crowling's production. It was really good. History project. And I had a pretty significant, get this, I get to have the opening line of the play and the final line of the play. Isn't that awesome? I got to open the play and close it. Not often that you get to do both. Badass. I was so excited. Ooh, and I got to dress interestingly. I was wearing those pants and like a shirt that dress with like a belt, a really tight belt around with a bow on it, and scandalous looking hair going down. And like the boots and everything. Because I get to do stuff on stage that I've never done before. Oh, it was good. And after he got over his shyness, so was he actually. The kissing was fantastic. He had to whip me around and kiss me. You okay?
Yeah.
You seem sad.
I'm not.
You promise.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the drink of my orange pop. Then if you want, I can probably turn the lights off. Why don't you take a blanket? Yeah, a blanket. You're gonna get cold.
Oh.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah,
I would have
you
said
do.
it if I wasn't sure.
You didn't tell me because I have lots of blankets. I have this blanket, and that blanket, and another blanket. I'm gonna get a drink.
Yuck.
What?
Yuck. I flinched.
It's a pillow. It's not gonna kill you.
I know.
Oh, look at that. That's weird. You can see us. Mm.
Well, you're not supposed to look at it.
I'm just looking at you.
Oh,
Oh, this doesn't match at all. I'm gonna get changed in a different shirt. Not because it doesn't match, but because this is weird. It feels weird. Well, you know, I normally sleep in my underwear. So it's like, I want to strip.
Oh, God.
No, I'm gonna get in a comfy shirt. More comfy.
Okay.
fiction. Why am I changing?
What?
I just want to If you were okay.
It was weird. Yeah, it was okay. Just, you know, just taking care of some things before going to bed.
Fall into the wall.
Yeah. I want another drink. I think I'm going over there now. Night vision kicking in.
Watch you spill it.
No, I won't. If I trip, it's just because of the natural clumsiness, not because I can't see. Shit, it's just ruined.
Hmm?
Just forgot I just brushed my teeth. Oh well. There. Ow. Bless you.
No.
Yes. I do anyway. Always have.
You know, if never mind.
Nice Whatever.
Never mind.
Say it anyway.
No, I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
Damn it.
I hate when that happens.
You do this to me all the time, though.
Huh?
Or you almost say something and then you don't remember it.
Did you say it happens all the time?
You do that all the time.
Oh, I know.
Sometimes I'm convinced you're just trying to mess with me.
Because I'm a cynic.
Actually, I might be. No, I'm not even gonna say that.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
No, it's
Exactly. You don't even say you forgot what you were about to say.
no, I forget, but it's mean and it's not intended to be.
Oh my gosh, just spew it.
Alright, it's only because I was hanging out with him today, but I was gonna say I might be getting you mixed up with Mike on this.
Hmm?
I might be getting you mixed up with Mike when I said you're a cynic. But the only reason is because I was with him today, and I was with you today, so the way he seemed today might be transferring over to false memory of how you seem. So,
I don't get it.
saying I might be wrong about saying you're a cynic, I might mean that Mike is a cynic. Mike Wells, because I was hanging out with him today before hanging out with you. So the thoughts of me thinking he was a cynic might have transferred to make me think you're a cynic, getting you too confused. Only because I saw him right before seeing you. There's no other similarities between you and him, except for the fact that you're both tall and have dark hair, but... No, I think it's mostly just that you're not quite as lame.
Lame.
I mean, I try to be nice about it with him. Say, you should get in the theater. You think you'd enjoy it. Because I call it role playing. It's really bad. It's so nerdy to an extreme. Like, for the time he thought he was Elle. He was dressed like Elle. Was acted like Elle.
Who's Al?
It was from the manga slash TV show. It's actually, there's a few movies of it. Death Note. But just thinking I walk like him. And now, and please tell me about at least this series, Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I'm talking like Dr. I refused when I would call my name and he didn't. He says, I no longer go by that name. Well, he says, you know, it told me I always know, Michael, what name do you want me to go by? Michael. Give me a look. Let's call him the doctor.
A bourgeois.
It's so awful. Because it's like, it makes me uncomfortable. It's dressing around, it's poserish. Wants me to call him the doctor. I'm not going to do that. I feel like it's very insulting to, the actual series. Don't ever tell me I said that. Not that you'd be talking to him anyhow.
We're only like best friends.
Yeah, he made a great first impression, double ass.
Is that what he said?
No, but don't you remember? First time, I still have that message because it cracked me up. He first wanted to meet you back when I was dating him. I think I was a little uncomfortable because he wanted to send you a message whenever I sent you whatever MySpace. So you called me back saying, you have you open the message, but you're saying, and he said, oh, I don't really know what to say. It was, you know, he got my name wrong. He spelled it with 2 S's, like Dougal ass. Douglas. It was just so funny when he said that. He's like, I really don't know what to. Did you really spell my Douglas ass?
Do you just remember me as being more humorous and clever than I really am?
Maybe I find you more humorous and clever than you find yourself.
Because I don't seem to find myself. I feel like I've changed a lot since then.
It's hard to say whether you've changed a lot because throughout my time of knowing you, it's been hard to pinpoint who you are, in part because you've had trouble pinpointing who you are. But no matter what, I've enjoyed being your friend. Some part of you, some aspect of you, some part of you remains, and I can't even tell you exactly what it is. But whatever it is, your physical appearance has gone everywhere as well. I've seen you in every phase of every type of development. So.
Prepubescent, puberty.
Yeah, how famous that?
Puberty, and then fat, and then...
I've seen you furry, I've seen you shaved. I've seen pictures of you drunk, I've seen you sober, I think. I think you're sober.
I'm never sober.
What you mean?
Right now I'm high on crystal meth.
Okay. But as I said, some part of you clearly remains and keeps me being a friend. Hold that in. I don't burn bridges, ever.
You should start.
Why? Why do you think I still occasionally talk to Mike? I mean, he's been awful to me. But I never know when I actually might need his help. In some sort of crisis situation. I don't know what situation it would possibly be. Maybe if some horrible situation out where he literally was the only one who could help. I don't want to have burnt that bridge.
So you're leaving the bridge up just in case you need help.
I guess it's more than that though.
That's kind of needy, isn't it?
Yes, it's more than that. That's the practical side of things. Like the practical reason to not burn bridges. It's more sensible. It's also, this part tends to be more looked down upon. But it's also because I have a loyalty. It's, I guess, one of my best and worst, I don't know how to say it, traits. But I'm loyal down to the core. Once somebody's my friend, they break it off with me, I don't do it. That's probably also why I never broke up with any boyfriend who always broke up with me. I never rejected anyone. It's kind of depressing. Because I never got asked to a dance throughout high school except for... No, I asked William to promise it. Claims he was going to ask. Well, in college, when I mentioned that, Elliot invited me to the snowball or whatever. But I feel like he did that because I said I'd never been asked. There's something wrong with me. I got checked it out. I never got asked. Even though there was double the number of guys to girls in my high school. So not only should every girl have a date, every girl should be able to have 2 guys. No, I didn't even reject Chad. I never answered him. Remember when he asked me out? It's cause I'd only seen him once in my life and I didn't even remember what he looked like. I talked to him on the phone like 3 times and he asked me to go out with him. The fuck? How was I supposed to react? And you like practically threatened to disown me in a manner of speaking, disown as friends or whatever if I went out with him. But I never actually rejected. I said I needed time to think. Then obviously, you know, it never happened. He went out with other people. I went out with other people. I suppose you could say I rejected John, but it wasn't really rejection. I had a boyfriend when he started asking. I mean, it was more like, dude, I have a boyfriend. Why are you asking? And he has a fiance. Oh, he was. My opinion of him went down a lot after the shit he pulled. I feel so bad for his fiance. Once her and I talked, I felt better. That I was cleared. She wouldn't let me alone. He outright told her that he would always be in love with me and that basically, the manner of speaking was basically letting her know she was always second best. And that he even outright told her that even if he was married and had kids with her, that if it was a choice between her life and mine, he would always choose mine. And it was awful. When she was telling me these things, I was breaking down and crying. I felt so horrible for her. But the sad thing is, she's so clingy to him, so needy that she'll put up with anything. I'm really scared for her. But she knows I don't want anything to do with it. It's terrifyingly stressful what else she told me. So that he had said that. He said he'd never give up going after me unless I actually am married. Ugh, terrifying. It's crap, now I gotta go get married. He's never gonna give up on me. That's of course he was my sparring partner, so we had that bond and I always was. And he hated you. Which kind of pissed me off a bit, but I always knew that you and him were gonna actually, you, him, and Chad were a triangle of dislike.
Why did John hate me?
I don't know. Again, when he started talking shit, I usually just turn my brain off. I'm afraid I've done the same thing to you when you said things about them too, but that's because I don't really. I feel bad because I'm friends with all 3. Although again, my opinion of John.
The thing is, I don't like John.
My opinion of John went way down after.
But I don't see why he would have a reason to not like me.
My opinion of John went down after he. Again, the things he said to his fiancée and what he'd done to her. I was so angry. And then the fact that he doesn't respect me at all. He wouldn't leave me alone. I still don't have a problem with Chad though. I went to a dance with Chad. He let us turn him in. He was very nice. He let us turn him into ice. So any guy that would let me do that, you know, I can't have spiking his hair up blue, paints and everything. I loved it. It was great. And he wasn't obnoxious.
What?
And he was obnoxious in his pursuit. He flirted still, but I made contact with him again. Respectfully. John made things awkward at karate.
John?
Well, you know, a lot of stuff we do in karate looks perverted. Can be perverted if you're keeping your mind on the fact that it's, you know, it's karate. Ground finding, full mount position. Yeah, sounds dirty. You're straddling the person. But and I couldn't be. I think it's part of what really scared me with karate. Jeez, John was so much bigger and stronger than me. And because he's fucking flexible. It's like, even though I was so much more advanced, he was a white belt. Couldn't. Part of me would get scared too. So I always wanted to find a new spot. But this part of me gets scared and